coach is and is not. Twitter worked. Yes. I've been having such a problem with when I log on to Periscope, it actually sending the notice out to my Twitter followers that I am actually live. I am on Periscope. What's up, folks? How's everybody this Saturday evening? What are y'all doing? Come on into the Periscope and to my replay viewers. I am sorry that I missed you. However, please follow me on Periscope, and whenever I go live, you will get a notice. You'll see the notification pop up on your phone, or you will see the notice come up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. All of my handles across all of the social media platforms is that Anita Live, and my website is thatanitalive.com. I want to talk about briefly what a coach is and what a coach is not. And I'm not talking about sporting coaches. I'm talking about life coaches, business coaches, the entrepreneurial space that a lot of us are in. I had a very interesting conversation today with a friend of mine, and because a lot of us recommended that she go see this one particular business coach that a lot of us have worked with, and we rave about this business coach and how wonderful she is. Well, she did not have the same experience, but it's because she didn't have the same expectation. So you gotta know what a coach is and what a coach is not. Life coach, business coach, all the coaches that are in the entrepreneurial spaces, you gotta know what a coach is and what a coach is not. So let's get into that. Let's talk about that real quick. First of all, there are similarities that a coach, a teacher, and a counselor share. There are similarities. They all give you new information. They all transfer new information to you, new material for you to learn. Teachers, coaches, and counselors, they all introduce you to new information. However, the difference between the three, and we're a teacher, a coach, and a counselor. A teacher actually breaks it down to whatever level you're on to meet you, and then transfers it into a language that you can understand, whether you're a linear learner, whether you're an abstract learner. A teacher is one that is actually skilled in teaching in both of those, whether it's an abstract or a linear, and transferring it in bite-sized pieces so that you can consume it, so that you can learn it. And the teacher is there for the long haul, because the teacher gives it to you as you can consume it, not per the class, not per the calendar, not per the TikTok or the clock, but as fast or as slow as you need to consume it. A teacher breaks it down and gives it to you. Now let's look at a counselor, because that depends on maybe the package that you buy or the program. Most counselors are in it for the long haul, and that counselor will not only introduce you to the new information and break it down and give it to you in bite-sized pieces, hey Alicia, but they guide you through it. So Alicia, I'm going through what a coach is and what a coach is not, and the differences between a teacher, a coach, and a counselor. Because a counselor, like I said, is in it for the long haul, and they will give you the information. Love you too, sis. They will give you the information, but they will also, they're in it with you for the long haul. They monitor your progress in applying that information to your life. Technique, principle, they monitor how you receive it, continue to give you the bite-sized pieces over the long haul, and they stick with you while you make the transformation. Now, a coach is just going to, they have their programs, their packages, their services, whatever it is, they're going to give you the information, period. It's up to you to whether you're linear or abstract. If you're linear and they're giving you the information in an abstract manner, then you are the one that have to break it down or figure out how it is that you're going to transfer that information so that it is understandable to you on a linear level, and how you can use it to apply it to your life. That is totally up to you. They give it to you in an abstract manner and you're a linear learner, or vice versa. They give it to you in a linear manner and you're abstract, then you have to learn how to make that, how to bridge that gap and how to translate that for yourself. That's what a coach does. And coaches are famous for, they will tell you that what a coach does is they lead you to the answer. Now, I know for a lot of us logical and linear people, that is very, very frustrating, because leading someone to an answer is an abstract process. If you're waiting for me to come to the realization, we're going to be there for a while, because logical and linear people don't consume information in an abstract manner. It's got to be by example. Like a good example of linear learners is a math book. And if you notice, when you open a math book and you go from one lesson to another, the first thing that you will see at each lesson is an example. That's because in order to know how to build upon that structure, whether it's adding or subtracting, and then you go from adding to division, or you go from adding to multiplication, once you learn that basic, then you can begin to build upon it. And linear learners need concrete, real information. It can't be based on ideas for them. It can't be based on feelings or emotions for them. It has to be based on something concrete like math or science. It has to be based on example. Another good example is in the entrepreneurial space, you hear a lot about knowing your target market or knowing your ideal client, right? So an abstract can detail for you who their ideal client is, what their target market is. They can tell you the demographic, the psychographics. They can tell you to the T, color, ethnic group, age, where they live, where they hang out on social media, where they hang out in physical spaces, brick and mortar spaces. But a linear person, until that is actually proven and that type of person begins to buy from that linear person, then for them it's still an idea. It's not something that is concrete or something that they're going to repeat or advertise that this is my ideal client or this is my target market until it's proven. That's just how the logical and the linear people are made up. But like I said, the differences between a co-write, show me. An abstract will just believe it because you say it or because it's an idea. But a linear person wants to see it. They say, show me. And until it's proven, for them, you just whistle a Dixie. They're not going to believe until they can see it for themselves. The difference, teaching, coaching, and counseling. Let's look at it from the myth of clarity, because that was the foundation for the big disagreement. Like I said, a friend of mine, a lot of us in the entrepreneurial space recommended that she go see this one particular coach because we love the coach, rant and rave about the coach. She did not have that experience and she is highly pissed. But the difference is expectation. So the package that she closed was, the package that she chose was clarity. Get clear. Clarity. Figuring out exactly what your gift is. Figuring out exactly what your business is. Figuring out exactly what it is you have to give to the world. How it is that you're supposed to show up and serve. Expectation. Right, Alicia? Expectation. And the difference is, for us, I don't think we went in for the coach to actually brand and box and tie a bow onto an actual business for us, and then within a week or 2 weeks we would be out there selling and making money off of this particular business. For us, I think going in, we understood that God blesses movement, God blesses intent, God blesses action. So while the coach was there to help translate what's going on right now in the entrepreneurial space, to help you get clear and identify where in that space you fit, she cannot, or he cannot specifically tell you what your gift is or what your specialty is, what it is that God intends for you to do serving in this space, what it is that God intended for you to do as his child in his space and time, because that's what we all are. We are all here to serve. We are not, your life is not your own. You don't own it. You don't own your space. You don't own your time. You didn't decide when you were going to be born, and you don't know exactly when your expiration date is. Your life is to serve a certain space and time in God's purpose, period. And until you get with him, until your soul and your spirit align together and you are one in a relationship with Christ, he will make that clear for you. And until you do that, it's not going to become clear. It's not something that you may get a job, you may build a business, they may all be six-figure income earners, but it will not feel complete or fulfilling to you until you actually check that one box. And that one box is knowing how God wants you to show up. So a coach is there to help you lay all of your ideas out, lay out what's going on in your life right now, help you look at the patterns of your life. And that's what they mean by clarity sessions. Not that they tell you or identify for you specifically, hey Sarah, not that they specifically identify for you what your gift is. Only God can do that. Only God knows what your purpose is. People, even people that are close to you, that love you dearly, that have known you for decades and decades, they will tell you what they noticed. They will tell you, they may even tell you what you liked, what they thought you were going to do between the ages of 5 and 15. Oh, I just knew you were going to be a lawyer. They can tell you a lot of things, but the only way that you're going to confirm that information is if you build that personal relationship with Christ. And then when you feel that, when your soul and your spirit align within you, that's the only way you're going to know that you're going to be hitting 100 and that you're going to feel, thank you, that you're going to be fulfilling the purpose and the space and time of what God has for you. That's the only way it's going to go down.